Hello, hello.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Oh man, I just been chilling, man. Just taking it easy right now. So
Okay. I got
yeah.
a question for you.
Mhm.
Just because I'm trying to understand. So what? Because nobody online will get this reference besides you. What is it with Will Smith eating spaghetti?
Oh man, yeah. Um well, so I'm just building up the interaction, man, because I want to be more self-sufficient um financially. So and then at the same time I'm doing something from my heart. I think that's very creative and just one of a kind as well. It's
It is definitely one of a kind. Okay, explain to me how it comes from the heart, though.
Oh, because it was an idea that came to me. I seen it before online, what I'm saying, and then it
Oh,
just
okay.
popped in my head. Yeah, I did see that. So it derives from that. You seen it before, right? Online?
Oh, I went through and watched all of yours earlier today. That was the only
Oh,
reason that question was on my mind. I was like, how many of these does he have? Because these are the only shorts I've seen from you. And I was like, oh, he
oh,
doesn't make any other shorts. Those are the only ones I found. And I was like, oh,
right.
okay, all right. Will Smith eating spaghetti. That's something. They got
Yeah,
him in
yeah.
Starbucks eating spaghetti. Got him walking down the street eating spaghetti. Standing on a mountain of spaghetti eating spaghetti.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. I was referring to more so like that theme has been online before. I don't know if you seen it before.
oh
Is your
yeah.
first time? Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, no. Well, it's the first time I've seen you share something like that. But yeah, no, I've seen stuff like that where they do the deep fake AIs.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some good ones, but what were did you just copy that one and repost it, or were you making those ones? Did you have a program
Yeah,
that
that
was making them?
yeah, that's what I mean by I'm being creative. I'm actually making them myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you do to make them?
Um. Well, I guess I run it by you behind the scenes. I don't want to give all the ingredients away, but
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
just like so, I try to. This is the new thing I'm on about making shorts and trying to produce. I'm trying to produce
Hmm.
5 shorts a day
Hmm.
and drop them. And what I'm doing is I'm using a lot of my old content that I just never really released before. I probably got 800 plus private videos that are all 2 hours plus long of just like random open panels and stuff like that. So I started going through and making clips. The What I've started to realize is the key to clips is they have to be under 30 seconds. There's no reason to make them 3 minutes or, a minute or anything like that. People won't watch them and it won't work with the algorithm because they'll scroll past too long and then they will stop sharing it. But I use Pictory AI and then I also use Opus Clips to make all of my stuff. And then StreamYard has an element that if you keep your streams under 2 hours, it'll automatically cut them into reels and clips. So I've been fucking around with them a lot, but trying to keep it consistent on putting up as much as I can.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing too. So what is the AI part of what you're doing? What does the AI do for you?
It'll crop it and size it to to the format to fit a short video rather than just narrowing like the two of us right now. If I just tried to turn this into it through StreamYard, what it would do is it would just shrink the video narrow, but you couldn't really see what was on the image very well. If it's just us talking, it's fine for a short. But if you wanted to get the image like for your Will Smith ones, you'd want it full screen. You wouldn't want it, just narrowed. So that's one of the things the AI does. And then also it'll pick random spots that it thinks are good clips, and then it'll rate them on how they would work in the algorithm. That's one thing that Opus Clips does. It'll give you a ranking, and usually the ranking turns out pretty well. And it'll generate 20 clips on a 10-minute video, and I'll be able to pick and choose which ones I want to use.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I agree with you, man. Because TikTok has my work. So I don't know if you've been to my TikTok, but I do that work as well. Um.
I haven't. I don't use TikTok, but
Mhm. Oh, okay.
I should get over there more because a lot of my friends that stream have TikToks, but I haven't had a chance to. One of the big supporters of our channel who does artwork. Her name's April. She goes by A Love Productions on YouTube, and all she does is draw pictures and paint different pictures. And she's got so much more work on TikTok that I've just never seen because I don't use TikTok enough. Now with all the chaos going on with it, I haven't really had a need to sign up for it.
Yeah, I mean the chaos is gone pretty much as far as I know. They were going to get banned, but it was saved. So they're
Well,
they're
and
they're here.
if you deleted it though, didn't it, like if you never had it, can you even re-download it? I don't even think you can download it if you've never had it before.
Yeah, it's TikTok. So I think you just go to the Play Store, right? Go to the Play Store and download it that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was under the impression that China pulled it from the market. I knew about the 75-day hold that Donald Trump put on it for the US market, but I was told that it was pulled and everybody that deleted it from their phones was no longer able to access it. But I could be confused on it.
Man, I knew TikTok wasn't going to go nowhere, because it's commerce. You got too much commerce going on there. But I felt that they were going through some things because in my opinion, their algorithm is really good. I mean, it's like real algorithm.
No, they have a way better algorithm than most other platforms. I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah. So, yeah. So my work looks a lot better on there because it's like you were saying earlier, full screen. So you get the full screen on TikTok when you upload there. But TikTok, I mean YouTube, my YouTube shorts you were talking about, there's more to the scene, but it doesn't show all of that. So I had to like size it to get the the right angle and things,
So TikTok does a full layout for their shorts?
Yep. You see the full picture. Yeah, you get the full picture. Yep. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well over there, man.
Well, because the sizing thing, it probably wouldn't even you wouldn't even need something like that for TikTok. That's easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a way better idea.
But it's good that AI's around, man. It's a good help.
Oh yeah. No, because I don't understand the sizing thing. I couldn't do it by hand, like manually. So yeah, it saves me. I mean, I'm not making any money on YouTube. I just do it for fun. So if I get some time to make a few clips and I figure out how to do it, like I'm trying to do it, like my content was so backed up last month that I was uploading videos that were, I don't know, a couple weeks old and nobody was really watching them. So now I've gotten to a point where I can kind of upload things as they happen and try to redirect stuff to my channel. And I don't know. I'm slowly figuring it out. And that's after doing it for three years. And it seems like the algorithm on YouTube changes constantly. So I also learned you can't upload anything directly through StreamYard. If you do it directly through StreamYard, where StreamYard's got a feature where I can upload it on Facebook and both of my YouTube accounts at the same time, but it won't get the same traction as if I just upload an individual video to YouTube one at a time. It's so silly. Just little stuff.
Well, you can't upload what to StreamYard?
What on StreamYard, I have all my accounts connected to it. So you could have your LinkedIn, you could have YouTube, Facebook, any social media platforms that you have. I think I have 5 in there, and I could just push one button, and if I make a short in StreamYard, it'll go to all of those without me having to go into each account and upload them. But YouTube doesn't push those videos the same way they would if you uploaded them directly onto each platform one at a time.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The reason for the Will Smith stuff is just that idea to stretch things out a bit. You know what I mean? I'm not just a one topic channel. I don't talk about a lot of the commercial news stuff, but I wanted to spread my wings with my creativity and just put something unique out there and be consistent with it, like you were saying. Just real fast, I had other shorts on there. You must have missed it. I had some other shorts on there, but I canned those, put those to the side, and just made it like all Will Smith stuff for now, at least. I'm on the road to monetization myself, man.
Yeah, no, we all are, man. I'm actually at a point where I don't want to get monetized anymore. And it's just because my content's different. Like I'm gonna sit up here and I'm gonna smoke and I'm gonna have a drink and I might swear sometimes, and it just doesn't work for monetization. I'll get I'll aim for the button without the monetization, because you can do them on separate levels as well. So, what up, Mudrabbit? Hope you're doing well.
Well,
Oh man,
I look at YouTube now different than I used to look at it. I used to look at it the way I used to look at it is like kind of like what you were saying. Like, I get a decent traction, but people are not really catching what I'm. It's not really getting to where I thought it should be. When it comes to like
exactly.
being on. You know what I mean? You talking about the whole world, and you talking about all I got was like 50 views on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
and that's
it's
the
all
other
about.
thing is.
Oh,
No,
it's
go
all
ahead.
about the
Sorry.
niche. Okay, it's all about the niche. That's all it is. It's all about the niche and how you flip it and things like that.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing about the YouTube algorithm is it doesn't look for that. Regardless of hashtags or however you're trying to pinpoint your audience, it doesn't do it like that. Like on Facebook, I advertise for my landscaping company, and it's so specific that I can advertise to like 45 and up is the category that I can advertise to on Facebook and make it very pinpointed because with something like a landscaping company, I'm not advertising to 22-year-olds that are taking care of their own yards or they're renting. Like those aren't the kind of people I'm trying to advertise to. Just like you were talking about, it's a niche audience, and so I wish I could do something like that with YouTube, where you could dial in your audience a little bit because there's definitely an audience for just like the stuff that you like to talk about, the stuff that I like to talk about. The problem is nobody ever gets to see it, and you put so much thought into like when I first started doing shorts, I would put so much thought into doing shorts that I actually enjoyed. And then I realized, oh, you can't do things that you enjoy. It has to be 12 seconds. It has to be somewhat irrelevant. And I don't know, man, like for it to get traction on YouTube, it's so weird. Like trying to understand the algorithm and how it gets pushed.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty. I look at it like it's more of a people thing. You're gonna have some people. There's an audience for everybody. You know, so
Yeah.
you do have your audience that comes through. You know, but but your channel's not getting pushed, I guess, because you're not really tripping off of that. You want to just do your thing and not worry about. So then that means that you're going to probably be where you're at, I guess.
Well, I think
Right?
it would be, well, no, I think it would be better if my channel was just one thing. And that's why I didn't, that's why it's probably one of my biggest detriments, but it's also the reason that I have so many different followers on my channel is because some days I'll be on here playing video games. Some days we're on here talking about conspiracy theories. Some days we're talking about aliens. Some days we're talking about politics, religion, anything. And when the the topics switch up that much, I know that there's a good percentage of people that are like, nope, I don't want to hear anything about this. We're gonna wait until the next show that Jake does that's about blah blah blah. You know, I think if I made things more specific, I think it would be easier to find that niche audience. But because it's so random of what I do over here, I think it makes it harder for YouTube to dial that in as well.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So it's all about what you want out of what you're doing.
Yeah.
You already know. You already know. You spelled it out already, so you pretty much know already.
And I
Um,
guess it's because I think when I initially created it, I didn't really want anything out of it. It was just for fun. So if it's something because those are the only topics I can talk about is ones that uh, entertain me a little bit. Otherwise, why the hell are you even talking about it? It's just like if I have no passion to talk about something, I don't even want to. I don't even want to dive into it. I'll hear other people's passion about it and see if it drives me. But most of the time, if a topic doesn't stick with me, or same with a guest, if I just can't connect with a guest, I would just move on. Like there's not, I don't know what it is. It's because I'm doing this all for free and I have other things to do, and it's just like, all right, find the things you like, talk to the people that you like to talk to, and I'm happy to talk to people I disagree with because I like talking to people I disagree with just to understand them. But um, yeah, sometimes I just don't like
yeah.
beating a dead horse, I guess.
No, it just sounds like you're feeling your way through the crowd, so to say. You're feeling your way through what you're into, what you're not into, what you're going to use your social media for, and what you want out of it. So you're not doing anything wrong, I don't think. It's just all about what direction you want to go into.
Yeah. And I think about a year ago, I changed this main channel is just pretty much a promoting other people channel and that's what I do on this channel. The main content on my other channel is all talking discussions, and it's not a lot of other stuff besides that. It's mostly just interviews and one-on-one discussions. And then this channel has become, I'm sharing everybody's work. I'm trying to make so other small channels that were like me, because that was my goal when I first started, was once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to share everybody else's content that's under 1,000 subscribers and try to get them to that same point, because there was nobody around doing that when I was coming around, besides the few friends that I made when I was on YouTube.
Okay. So did you have a plan to get to that 1,000?
Yeah. No, I definitely had a plan, and I can get a channel to 1,000, but it's not the same as if I'm doing it as like an advertising channel. It's not the same as doing it where you have an audience of people that are just listening to your content. Sometimes people will come over to mine just to get their stuff shared, and then I'll never see them again. You know what I mean? So it's not building the same viewership as you would if it was just your content on your channel all the time. What?
Sharing your thing, and the guy shared it, and then people just.
Yeah, they have those all over. My girlfriend was asking about like the people that share content for you. Like there's a bunch of creators on there that you can. They're just social media grow channels, and they'll share your videos and stuff like that.
Like you said, it's not real though, because they just like your page.
It's not real. It's almost like a missed interaction, because they'll come over, they'll leave a like, they'll leave one comment, and then you'll never see them again. And it's just like it's not really the kind of followers I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the community I'm trying to build, but you got to make mistakes before you figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I'll give a quick shout out to your girlfriend. What's up? Her background.
Oh yeah. That was my repeating voice that you heard last time.
Repeating voice? What do you mean?
Yeah, last time you were up, she was saying everything right after me.
Oh yeah.
You were like, oh, it sounds like a female voice, and I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, you were doing exactly that.
Right. That's cool. Well, it's good to see a good couple.
Oh yeah.
I don't see you both, but I'm just saying, like I could feel it that y'all are a pretty cool couple together.
Yeah, and she used to be online a lot more with me, and then she started to realize just all of it's just crazy. She doesn't like the drama. She doesn't like. There's so much like silly stuff on the internet that I find myself in all the time. I like the drama groups too. They're fun.
Yeah, it just depends on where you land at. I mean, the internet's a big place. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I kind of like at first with TikTok, I was kind of like resilient. Like, you know what? People just showing. I think Mudrabbit said this. Like showing. Somebody told me this. Like showing cats dancing and all this other little funny, goofy stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. But then when I started really using it, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm just, I don't have to be watching those. Like when I log on to TikTok, because you don't have TikTok, when I log on, you automatically get like a video playing, like a random video. So that's how I see this stuff. But um, I'm just using my page just to be uploading my content. Then I'm out of there. And then they have a feature on there too where you could promote your content and more people will see it.
They have that on YouTube now for promote your shorts or something like that, where you can invest money into it. It's just like, I don't want to invest money into anything yet. Or maybe I'll get to a point where like I've made donations and stuff on YouTube, and what I try to do is I try to reinvest it back into YouTube. Maybe pay for my StreamYard or something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that promote feature on YouTube. I used it before, and it's in my opinion, and other people said it too. Like it's not real. It's probably bot accounts or whatever that's up in your numbers.
If it's sponsored by YouTube, it's not going to be bot accounts, but you can get stuff in your email. Like I got I got into some confusion the other day with some guy that was trying to bot my channel, and I realized it the other day because I said, all right. He said, I'm going to help you. He said he was going to redo my my descriptions and help it get into the feeds. And so I don't know if anybody that follows my channel regularly sees I've changed all my descriptions the last 2 weeks, into this new thing that's got like icons on it, and it's all the same description. It just has these little like key features to look at. And then when I started doing it to all my videos, I realized there was one video that he did it to, and it got 200 views. And then I looked at the video, and I'm like, it's just me and Brett talking. And like me and Brett's a nice guy. He's a religious guy. He just on his channel, he's got a channel on YouTube called Brett's Worship Channel, and all he does is sing songs about God and about religion and stuff like that. It's his only thing. And he likes to come over and hang out with me and have a good time. And it was just a random 10-minute video. And then I realized it went up to 200 views. There was no comments. I got 15 new subscribers, and nobody ever came back the next day. And I remember I messaged him the next day, and I said, no, I'm not looking for bots, dude. I said, that's not what I'm looking for to grow my channel. I said, it's not what I'm about. He's like, it's not bots. He goes, I changed your description. And I said, all right, I'll test your theory. And I changed my descriptions for the next 2 weeks, or the next week and a half or something like that. And it didn't make any difference. It was all bots. I could tell right away. And then the 15 subscribers that he seemed to have planted, all of a sudden were slowly getting pulled off one by one, while I was gaining subscribers too, because I could see the difference. Because when I'm gaining subscribers, I can see when people are coming in and saying hi, or when I can subscribe back to them. Like if you go into your YouTube account, if you see 15 new subscribers, you can see who they are. It's silly for somebody to say, no, that wasn't a bot, but I can tell because I have nobody to subscribe back to. Like it shows me right in my thing.
So how did he change your title? Did he have access to your channel?
Yeah, I had to give him access to my channel. I gave him a temporary admin to my YouTube channel. And because I know how to do it, I was watching it the whole time. And I gave him one where he couldn't delete any of my content. All he could do is edit my content if he wanted to. And I was watching, I had to check my content basically for 24 hours straight to make sure he didn't really get a hold of me and start doing something crazy. And yeah, as I watched it, he was actually professional about it. He tagged me in the only ones that he changed, because he only changed 3 videos to show me what it did. And yeah, I mean, it got more views, but it wasn't what I was looking for. I was looking for more engagement. I'm not looking for like fake views. It still looks silly if you have fucking 2,000 subscribers and there's 4 people watching. That's people can tell there's some shit up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I've been trying to tell people too. Like that, it doesn't, cosmetically, it's just obvious, right? It's like you have 2,000 views on the video, but you have no likes and no comments. That doesn't make any sense.
Right. And honestly, my best content that actually gets the most traction is when I actually do my my UFC live streams. I do UFC commentary, and I'm a mixed martial arts coach, and I've been in wrestling for 21 years, and I teach grappling, and I'm the grappling coach over there. And we pretty much started our gym about 4 years ago. Is it really echoing that bad? You guys got a crazy echo out there in the chat? I saw him saying echoes, and then Gonzo said Echoes is a great song. I was just making sure nobody was just hearing Echoes the same. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I guess it's because I enjoy watching UFC fights, and I don't know, that seems to give me a lot more traction. Maybe because I'm a lot more engaged into that stuff. Same with one-on-one interviews. I think I get the best engagement when I'm doing one-on-one interviews with people as well, because I love just talking to one person and picking their brain about stuff. I could talk to people for hours, regardless of what it's about.
Yeah. But earlier you said you're not into certain topics. So what do you think about the consciousness topic?
I like it. Yeah, I like consciousness talk.
Okay. Do you believe in God?
I'm not religious. God.
Yeah, I'm not religious. Don't worry.
I'm not religious. I would say I'm spiritual. And I think a lot of people get spirituality and religion confused. I think there's a lot of earthly religions that get part of it right. But spirituality to me is more internal in understanding yourself. And yeah, I would say I'm a very spiritual person, and I believe in a higher power, but I don't necessarily know if it's defined by earthly religion. But I do definitely believe in a higher power.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny that religion.
Gonzo, for this question, best way to lose weight, water weight when you're sleeping is actually a colder room rather than dressing in like sweats or something like that, because the shivers will actually make you lose weight if you're a little chilled, and you can sleep off like a pound and a half depending on the person's body weight. That's usually pretty normal, where you're not dehydrating yourself or anything like that. But because me and Gonzo talked about like wrestling stuff offline, and I'm really particular about coaches not teaching their kids properly how to lose weight when it comes to wrestling, because it was really bad when I was younger. I watched people in plastics getting put into a sauna, and they're just sweating all their hydration, and it's not good for your brain. It's not good for your body. So if it's just when you're sleeping, I would tell people don't sweat because you'll be uncomfortable and you won't be able to sleep. So the best thing to do is be a little bit chilled and just have like one blanket or something like that and stay a little on the cooler side. But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But back to the religious and spirituality side. Yeah, I just haven't fully accepted an earthly religion. I grew up Christian, and then I kind of geared away from it. I have a lot of people on here that are Christian or different religions, and I like to talk to them about it and like what makes them believe in that without making them question their own beliefs, because it's not really an arguing match. It's more of just trying to understand why they believe what they believe. And yeah, I just haven't found anything earthly that really drives me. I think Valhalla, Shambhala, heaven, ascension, I think they're all the same thing. And I think people are just on different paths towards getting there. I think it's all about raising your vibration and being a better person in general. My deeper philosophy is we're stuck in this purgatory and we're doomed to repeat it until we get it right. That's like my closest to religion I could explain it.
Yeah. I don't look at Earth as purgatory myself, because the way that I view purgatory, or think of it, is the obvious. When you say purgatory, you're thinking of the religious aspect, correct?
I'm thinking of it as an in-between, a neutral zone where
so that's okay.
You're either where you're awaiting judgment. Like I'm thinking of it more in the Greek aspect of limbo.
Is that what it means?
Probably. To me, that's what it means. I would consider it more like limbo. You're waiting to be judged. And because in a religious aspect, I think what you do on earth, you are waiting to be judged on a religious aspect. All right. So yeah, I think that's what it's like in my perspective.
So could we okay, so to be sure that we get it correct, so I'm learning myself, right? Literally as well, spiritually, learning myself. We're all one. So are you able to search up purgatory right now? I'm not able to do it at the moment. I want to look at the exact definition.
Yeah, let me get it.
Or at least what they say.
Purgatory. Oops. Oh.
Purgatory.
And it's the Roman Catholic definition, so I assume it'll be a little bit different than the original Greek. A place or state of suffering inhabited by souls of sinners who are expanting. Here, let me pull it up. I'll pull it up on the screen so you guys can see me butchering trying to read this.
Let's see.
All right.
Is your girl cooking for you?
What was that?
Meal? I said, I'm assuming your girlfriend's probably cooking a good meal or something like that. I'm just picturing.
Oh no, she was actually out tonight. I ended up cooking dinner for me and the daughter, and she was out hanging out with her mom and having a good time. And so yeah, we just made some pasta tonight and just hung out the house.
Pasta,
Yeah.
huh? Spaghetti. Spaghetti.
Yeah, can't go wrong with a little spaghetti.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
easy
Of course,
meal.
yeah. It's like, yeah. Been telling Will Smith the same thing,
I was gonna say it's probably your fault. You got spaghetti on my brain. Let's see. In Roman Catholic doctrine, a place or a state of suffering inhabited by souls of sinners who are expiating their sins before going to heaven. All her sins were forgiven, and she would not need to go to purgatory. So yeah, I think they think of it like an in between too. And I do. I would say that the earth is surrounded by the sinners as well as the good. Expanding. I want to know what the definition ground or present principle. Atone. Their sins must be expanded before sacrifice. I don't understand the definition of this word. Gerund or present. Huh. So maybe atone for their sins. So yeah. So I think on earth people are meant to atone for their sins before going to heaven. Yeah, I do think of earth as kind of like a purgatory or a limbo. I think it's fitting. What do you got for the Webster Dictionary? In short, burning karmic ribbons. Karmic ribbons. A place or state of punishment wherein, according to Roman Catholic doctrine, the souls of those who die in God's grace may make satisfaction for past sins and so become fit for heaven. So yeah, it's like where you would repent in a more religious term, I guess. You'd repent for your sins or your travesties, and eventually make it into the higher plane of existence, I assume.
Yep.
Here's another one I wanted to look up and try to compare the two. It's the difference between limbo and purgatory. Because now you got me thinking about it a little bit. Let's see. I'll share this again real quick. Let's see. Limbo is a theological theory about the fate of the unbaptized, while purgatory is a state of purification for those who die in God's grace. Okay, that's the difference between the two. That makes a little more sense. Interesting. So what do you think? If you don't think Earth is like a purgatory, what do you think? What do you think this is that we're in right now?
Well, I'm just saying, probably it is a purgatory. Probably is something else. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I just place that people call Earth, and I don't look at it as okay, I'm somewhere that's bad, and I gotta be here, and I gotta live through it, and I got to atone for my sins, and I'm a sinful person. Oh, let me not say it. Let me not say it. Well, I just don't look at my life like that, or anybody else's. I just kind of look at it as I was born here. I've had experiences. I'm still having them, and other people are here too. That's how I look at it. Like I don't think of it as like there's all this stuff about this is hell and this is and war
So
and all this stuff that like I
when
don't
you
even
say
think
that
about all
there aren't bad things here, what do you mean by that? Like you don't
Did I
think
say that?
this is a bad? Or did you say you don't think this is a bad place, or what did you say?
Yeah, I
Maybe
must
I
have said something like
misunderstood it.
that. Yeah, I don't look at it as a bad place. I think I said something like that.
Okay.
Some
Because I don't
some
think of
people look
it
at
because I don't think of it as hell. 'cause I would think of
Yeah.
religiously, if we
Yeah.
were going to compare it to something, if I thought it was a bad place, I would call it hell. I think it's a place of good and bad, and it's our job to navigate through it and get to the point of ascension, enlightenment, heaven, whatever you want to call it.
And unfortunately, and I guess it's fortunate, but it's all about how you view what you view bad is. Like I
Mhm.
could just tell you about a whole bunch of stuff that occurred that actually happened to me, right? But you know, it brings you to where you're at now. And are you happy at where you're at now? You know, that type of thing. I can complain, but overall, overarching, I would say like, okay, well, God has been with me through all this, so it brings me closer to God, if anything else, and I'm just depending on God.
No, it's a good answer. It's good. Well,
Yeah,
and anybody that understands what good and bad is, you don't have good without bad. You don't understand what good is without bad, and it's all a perception thing. So it's the yin and yang of life that tells you when you're doing good or when you're not doing so good. And it's not that one thing is evil and one thing is good in the sense of, because I don't think good and evil is actually a real term. It's more positive and negative and just balance, because um I don't think because your country tells you to go out and kill people on behalf of your country, it makes it a good act because you're doing it for your nation. Um, there's a lot of things that would be considered good in the eyes of like the law, and it actually wouldn't be good on a moral level. Same with like officers having to do something, or like there's a lot of jobs that would put you to do something that's unmoral and might be against a goodwill, and you can navigate through it because you have the ideology that it's a good thing. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense or if I'm too stoner thought on it. Oh, you're sharing the times? Yeah, 8 p.m. or 8:15 Eastern, Central is 5:15. Okay. 8:15 Eastern, and Central is 7:15, and Pacific is 5:15 for Propagate's show. If you guys want to make it to his open panels on Mondays. But yeah, no, it's an interesting thought. Me and my buddy, actually, he came over today and we were talking about simulation theory in general, and we were getting to a discussion about is religion still acceptable in simulation theory? And I proposed that question to him and I tried to get him to solve it. So I'll ask you the same question: is if